So as an addition, if your powder coating hasn't quite give you the finish that you wanted, and it looks a bit like orange peel, like the outside of an orange or a tangerine, all we have to do is we'll use a much smaller hook. You get your glove on and we take away everything from the contents of the oven. So the oven is empty, got a small hook. I'm going to use the thermostat bar, which obviously you shouldn't use it for this, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to use that bar as a washing line. So place the hook inside one of the holes, one of the central two holes there, one of the central two holes that you've drilled. I will then open the door and place the work onto that bar that I've just shown you before. Place it on there. Oh, not like that. It does actually help if you have two hands to do this. Right, let's try again. So, placed it on that bar. As you can see, it's leaning a little bit. It wouldn't take two. You can't put two on there, just the one, and put it near to the left-hand side so there's not as much pressure on that polo bar. I shall leave it in there 350 degrees. I'll leave it in there for about 30 seconds. And what that will do is the heat will heat the plastic powder so that the molecular structure of the powder becomes relaxed and the chains unlock from each other before I take it out from the oven and it's allowed to cool down. The molecular structure will then bond, form a new bond. The links from the chains of the molecular structure will then join together as the plastic powder cools down. Right, let's just have a look at this now. If you leave it in there too long, you'll open the door and find it's like a little pizza oven and there's a load of smoke billowing out. So you have to time it just right. I sometimes leave it for 2 minutes, but usually on something this big and so hot, it's good to check every 30 seconds. So another check. So you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, but I can certainly see that it's a much nicer finish. So I'm going to take this out now actually. And it hasn't had that long. I'm going to use the pliers to do it with my glove because it is blooming hot. Oh. There is another word for the type of hot it is, but I will say blooming hot. Be very careful you do not touch any part of this. So I picked, when I emptied the oven before, I moved the, see it's a much nicer finish. I moved the cooling rack. I grabbed it by my hand with the glove on and you can see all the burns on the glove. So I only carried this momentarily, in 5 seconds, took it out of the oven, carried it over here, placed it into the sink before tipping a load of water on it to cool down so it doesn't cause a potential hazard for anybody who might be in the classroom next. So you have to think about everybody else as well with health and safety. It's not just you. You've got to always think about the what if. What if this happens? What if someone comes in and wants to use the sink? Okay, so look at this again. Until it cools down, it's still changing shape. It's a lovely finish. Much more professional finish to that one now. It's very difficult to show on the camera. So if you can get your coating to that sort of finish, that's where you get the top marks. So this will help you achieve the level 5 for your project. A consistent, smooth layer of powder coating. Okay, well that's it for now. Thank you.